Welcome to the Redefine Podcast. All right, happy podcast day, Tuesday edition. Welcome back to the show. Hope your week is going well so far. It's going to be another relatively quick episode, but I wanted to share some things with you, some more of the stuff that I've been kind of learning and having these realizations and aha moments around. I find myself recently going down another educational path, right? And now I'm on two separate but parallel educational paths. Of course, there's the marketing path, right, with which I'm focusing a lot on the short form platforms. Now I'm really digging into learning methodologies around using the platforms to expand my network, right? It's more the networking side, and really, I mean, that's what social media platforms were originally invented for. It was building your social network, right? So the two paths are the marketing path, and then now the networking path. And so going down these two separate paths, I'm having some new realizations and expanding my perspective. And one of those perspectives is in how the different platforms work. Now, go back a couple months ago, and I can't remember exactly how many, but I did an episode on the different types of content creators, right? Influencer, social networker, status updater. There might have been one or two more, but I'll link that episode in the show notes of today, so you can go watch it. It's important that you watch it so that you can then see. After listening to today, you can then you see which type of content creation or which type of content creator is better suited for which type of social media platform, right? Right. So let's just get into it. The social media platforms. Let's start with TikTok, Instagram, and even YouTube. Now, these particular platforms are suited more, at least in my observation and experience, are suited more towards a viewer and audience relationship, right? A content creator and the content consumer. Very much, well, I mean, of course there's engagement and you can interact, but the platforms themselves seem to be more, and the behaviors on the platform seem to be more of a creator and a consumer relationship, which is fine. I mean, none of these platforms are inherently more advantageous than the other. It just depends on how you use them. So with that in mind, you really got to put yourself in that content creator / influencer, the influencer hat, right? You're there to build an audience and to build your reach and to not, because for lack of a better word, to almost build like your persona and your celebrity, because again, you are building an audience, right? So yeah, very great for marketing and growing your own influence, growing your own persona, growing your own notoriety. With YouTube and Pinterest, that behaves more like a search engine, and just treat it that way. Which is, I know, I have a user. One of my subscribers on YouTube has commented over the years that I have so much content out there and it's pretty half decent content, but my videos aren't getting any traction. Well, it's because I don't pay a huge amount of attention to optimizing my bio or the about section, the description of my channel. It's not well optimized. The videos themselves, the titles and descriptions aren't really SEO optimized either. And so, as a result, my YouTube doesn't get nearly as much traction as my other platforms, which I'm okay with, right? Like that's not my primary focus. Same thing with Pinterest. I started initially looking at Pinterest a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point, and it does behave very much the same way. Not a huge focus for me personally, but if you want to leverage these particular platforms, I mean, there's a lot of resources out there, anyways, that you can learn from. But think of these two platforms as search engines. After Google, YouTube is the number 2 search engine in the world, and then I think Pinterest is number 3. So it just makes sense. You wanna focus on searchability and discoverability when you put your content on these platforms. And then so now that this leads to Facebook, where does Facebook lie? I don't know. It may not be an aha moment for you, but for me, I have been pretty much using Facebook the same way as I've been using the other platforms, trying to build my audience, trying to build my reach, through the content that I'm posting. So still trying to be, a content creator slash influencer on Facebook. Largely ineffective. I mean, I was able to pick up maybe 100 new followers, but it didn't lead to much engagement on that platform. I was just posting content to post content at that point. And so recently I stumbled upon an educational, actually a brand new company called Predictive Social Media. And I'll link that in the show notes as well. And Predictive Social Media teaches you how to, in a very kind of structured and strategic way, how to make real connection, right? It's relationship based networking, and really kind of steers farther and farther away from the marketing side of it, because like nobody wants to be connected with just to be marketed to, right? And I think that was my mistake in Facebook. I was using it to try to market, where really, I mean, you could still do that, but the strength in Facebook, from what I'm seeing, really lies in the connections that you make and being authentic and networking and having real interactions, authentic interactions with the people that you're connecting with, and not just trying to sell them on something, right? So the social networking side and aspect of Facebook is alive and well, and in fact, it's probably the most effective way to leverage Facebook as a social platform if you're trying to grow your business. Now, of course, you want to focus on things like relationship building and building rapport and doing and really not selling. But it's in the developing the relationships that allows you to find your new potential customers. I don't know why that was such a realization to me, but it's such a contrast to how I've been trying to leverage Facebook the last couple of years. Well, really the last like 10 years. And now going back to it as a place to connect with people, it just makes sense, because that's what it was created for, right? It's to expand your social network. So I'll report back more on my progress with leveraging Facebook as a place to connect with people socially and to develop those friendships and to develop that rapport. Because I did just start with Predictive Social Media, that program, that system. So I'm brand new into it, and as I learn more about it, and learn the how to and the skills and stuff, I'll share it with you. But you can definitely check out the link. I'm not getting any kind of affiliate kickback. I'm not affiliated with them. In fact, you can sign up for free. You can go through the entire course, and it's a lot of stuff for free. I do the paid version that includes, one-on-one and group mentorship, but the entire freaking program, and there's a lot of material there. The entire freaking program is free. So, go check it out. Again, the link is in the show notes. Predictivesocialmedia.com. The link is in the show notes. Again, I get nothing out of promoting that, but I think it's really worth looking into if you want to leverage the different platforms and leverage them to their most effectiveness. Their highest effectiveness. That's correct English. So again, TikTok, just to kind of recap, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube behave more like a viewer and audience relationship. YouTube and Pinterest for sure maximize and leverage the SEO if you're good at that, search engine optimization. And Facebook is still all about connecting with people and making new friends and fostering the relationships. So yeah, hopefully that helps. I don't know. It was real eye opener for me, just to kind of reground myself and recenter myself on what these platforms actually do, so that way I can make my efforts on each platform more effective. All right, that's going to do it before it's about to rain. I'm not going to turn it around and show you, but it's about to really start thundering and pouring. So I'm going to head out of here before it gets loud. So yeah, well, more from me on Thursday. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.